Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me just make sure this is rolling. Think we're good. Tell you in just a second. All right. We are awesome. Go ahead and do me a favor and in the comments below, go ahead and let me know if you guys can hear me and see me just fine. I just want to make sure this is rolling correctly and there's no anything going wrong or anything funny, right? But just let me know that if it's working correctly right there in the comments. I'm gonna give you guys a couple more seconds to let the little stragglers come in and to make sure that this is rolling correctly, and we'll get started. All right? I'll be right back. Love you, baby. For those of you just joining us, we're waiting a couple more seconds to let the stragglers get in here. And while we wait, go ahead and type in the comments if you can hear me or not. That way I can know that it's working correctly for you and I don't need to adjust anything on my end. But go ahead and let me know in the comments whether or not it's working, and we'll get started in just a minute. All right, let's get started here. All right, guys, hello. My name is Gabriel Beltrez. Some of you might know me, some of you might not. For those who don't, I'm going to give you a little background on me. Military guy by trade, United States Marine Corps, hoorah for those who know. And for those who don't, get on your game, right? I like to crack jokes, so if I offend anybody, disclaimer right here, I'm not trying to offend you. I'm just a funny person by nature, so I'll try not to offend most of you. Anyway, I can't wink. You saw that? I tried to wink and I had to blink. Anyway, on a more precious note, military guy by trade, Marine Corps, and just about 2 years ago, I got diagnosed with a condition that has rendered me unfit for duty, so I cannot continue service. Left arm is paralyzed, can't move it, can't feel it, and the Marine Corps has found me unfit for duty. So in that process, I had to figure out a way to work, right? Because I have to figure out a way to work with my disability, but in a way that I can actually still enjoy myself. And I found a way, and we'll get to that here in a little bit later. But what you guys are here for is for the headline. The headline must have got you guys, because it got me. When I read it, I was like, oh snap, that's awesome. And then I started thinking about it, and then you're going to learn this lesson in just a second of how it's important. But when I read it, I was just laughing because it was like I see these commercials so much, and it just kind of hit me out of nowhere that this was actually going on, right? So you guys all seen those Snicker commercials where they're like, oh, hungry, why wait? Grab a Snickers. Where, like, rest in peace, Robin Williams. But you remember that one where he was at the football field, he was a coach, and he was just like, oh, you guys got to do that. Oh, and he was making voices and all this stuff and acting all funny like he usually is, right? And then out of nowhere, they're like, Coach, you act really weird sometimes. And he hands him a Snicker, and he turns back to the coach, right? So it's just funny that it was like, hungry, why wait? Grab a Snickers. Like, keep saying that in your mind. Hungry, why wait? Grab a Snickers. The most important part of that whole little process is why wait, right? And it makes sense to some people. Some people might need a little bit clarifications, right? So this morning, I went to go get a haircut. It's Sunday morning. Of course, I'm going to go get a haircut. It's, military thing that we have to do. So I went really early, right? I went at like 8 o'clock, right when it opened. And some of you guys might know this, but when you don't show up early to a barber shop at the last day of the weekend before your work week starts in the military, you're probably going to be there for at least an hour minimum, if not a couple hours for those of you guys that are in Japan and stuff like that, or in a big base, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. But if you don't show up early, if you don't, take action early, you are going to have to wait. Not only have to wait, but you are going to struggle through the process throughout the day, right? Whether you have errands or things you need to get done, or just has to have things to do, you're going to have to wait. In the comments, let me know if you guys can relate to what I'm saying right now, right? But you're going to have to wait. And it sucks when you have to wait because you have things to do. I had things to do, but good thing I went early. I went early. I decided to take action early, so I decided to take on my day and make a movement and move forward and take action early. So I went to the barbershop at 8 o'clock. As soon as I got there, I thought, I saw a couple of people coming out of it, and I was like, holy crap, there's going to be a long line in here. So immediately my mind went negativity. It's like, I'm going to have to wait. I'm not going to get things done. Everything's going to be put to a pause. Nothing that I want is going to get done, right? But in that process, I kind of said, screw you, subconscious. I'm going to do whatever I want. I'm going to do whatever I want. And I did, right? So I just kept going, kept walking, went into the barbershop. And when I got into the barbershop, to my surprise, they were on like number 85, and I went to go pull my ticket, and it was like the moment of truth. It was like, ooh, do I want to do this? What is it going to be? Like already, negativity in my head, already just telling me these bad things and telling me that it's not going to be good, like just filling my head with nonsense, absolute nonsense. So I go ahead, pull the ticket, and like right as I pull the ticket, they call 86, and I look at my ticket, and it's 88. And I'm just like, bing, light bulb, in the zone, got it going, glad I came, glad I took action early, and started in this process, right? So I go in there, get my hair cut, get out, in like a matter of like maybe 5-10 minutes, and then have even time to go to Starbucks, get my wifey a little caramel frappuccino. I don't really like it, but you guys might like it, right? So I go to Starbucks, get her a caramel frappuccino. I get myself a vanilla latte. Matter of fact, I'm going to take a little sip of it. Oh, Starbucks, don't sue me. I didn't mean to show that emblem. Hey, that's Starbucks. I'm not sponsored. Nothing like that. Anyway, but I had time to do other things, right? So I got home and I just wanted to make this video because I know a lot of people, especially nowadays, we have a tendency, right? And this is where I'm going to get back to why this is important. We have a tendency to procrastinate, right? We have a tendency to push things off, make things seem like they're not important, and when in actuality to us they are very important, but we just don't seem to motivate ourselves or force ourselves to get things done. And this can lead to a very bad trend, a very bad habit, really, where you do not do the things that you want to do, and you actually procrastinate to the point where the things that are vital to you actually don't get done. Your dreams get put on hold, and the things you want in life don't ever happen. And that kind of sucks, especially for people like me. I used to procrastinate a lot. Like with homework and stuff for school, I just absolutely could not wrap my head around, you need to do your homework to get good grades, you get good grades to get a degree. Now I know that's not even true, right? Right? You don't need school. Anyway, but don't need college. Let me be direct, because high school is important. Stay in school. But on a good note, on a different note. Absolutely. I'm just talking nonsense right here, but actuality, procrastination can lead to your demise, your worst demise, honestly, because everybody has a dream, whether it's financial freedom, whether it's going on vacation, whether it's making a change in your life for the better. Everybody has a goal, a dream, something they want to achieve to either make themselves feel better or make their life better, right? But when we start thinking about that dream, we start impulsing these negative thoughts in our head. And in that process, we start thinking, well, I have to do this, I have to, give up this money, I have to sacrifice this, I got to put in too much time. All these negative thoughts that really don't matter. The only thing that should matter, the only thing that does matter, is the fact that you have a dream, you have a goal, you have an ambition to complete something that's either for yourself, right? Because you are your number one prospect, and if it's not for yourself, it's for somebody you care about. So the fact that these dreams are getting put on hold because of the complications that you are assuming are happening beforehand, you're already putting yourself in a bad spot. All right? I want to do this little exercise with you guys real quick, and go ahead and try to follow along. I would appreciate it if you follow along. Once again, let me go ahead in the comments. Let me know if you guys are still, like a little thing came on my screen here. In the comments, let me know if the video is still working, if you guys are still watching this. Let me make sure. All right. Okay. All right. We're good. So we're gonna do a little exercise. If you can just follow along with me, follow what I say, and just kind of do it in your head. Go ahead and close your eyes real quick. Close your eyes. I'll do it with you. Close your eyes and start thinking about. Just think about one of the goals that you have, whether it's losing weight, whether it's making more money, whether it's having more time for the family, whether it's going on vacation, going skydiving, whatever the process might be. Whatever that goal, that dream, that ambition that you have, go ahead and think about it, right? Now you see it in your head. You see it clear as day because you want it. You want it that bad that you can see it clear and precise in your head. That should be your number one indication that you really want it. You can see it clear and precise in your head, right? Now start thinking about that goal. Start thinking about how much you want it. Fill yourself up with the feelings of wanting it, right? Wanting it and wanting to achieve it. Fill yourself with that thought, all right? Now go ahead and take that thought and put it to the side. Now think of one of the things that is keeping you from that, whether it's money, whether it's time, whether it's the moon, I don't know. Whatever it is, think of that one thing. Now I want you to go ahead and take that thing and start shrinking it. Start shrinking in your head. Make it as small as possible. Small enough so you can see it, but small as possible so that it is very, very tiny. All right? Now that it's tiny, I want you guys to go ahead and step on it. Step on it and just kind of grind it into the ground. And I want you guys to take your dream and put it back in front of you and turn up the brightness of it. Make it more vivid. Make it more pronounced. Now I want you guys to open your eyes. That's the same process that you have to make in real life. Once you take action towards your dream, there should be nothing that stops you, right? Any obstacle, anything that you think is negative, anything that gets in your way is actually really tiny. It actually is so unimportant that you can get through it no matter what. And I know this because I've done it myself, right? Just recently, I went to a trip to Colorado to meet with some entrepreneurs. I was struggling with my business for a while, and I couldn't wrap my head around why things are working. And this is what I was telling you in the beginning about my business. I work online. I work from home. I make my money at home, right? So I work online. I do things, and I couldn't wrap my head around what to do and how to do it and talk to people properly or make videos how I'm doing right now. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't wrap my head around it. But those were little obstacles, right? Little obstacles. So this event came up in Colorado, and it was just a big event. And I kept second guessing myself. It's like, oh, am I going to be able to afford it? Will I have the time to do it? Will I be able to do this? How am I going to get there? How's it going to be? Is it going to actually solve my problem? So all this little negative drama, just negativity, period, that kept filling my mind, that was not propelling me forward, but actually holding me back from the goal, which was to help people make money online and create a successful business online to where I could spend more time for the family, have more time to travel, and have the true meaning of freedom, financial freedom, time freedom that everybody wants in the world, right? So I decided to say, hey, just like I showed you in the exercise, I stomped out my negativity, I stomped out my obstacles, I took action and decided upon myself to actually, you know what, I'm going to go to this event. This event is going to help me, and this event is going to be the reason why I reach the next level in my business and help so many people reach their goals and achieve true freedom. It's when I made that choice, that action, that decision to move forward and decide my own fate, right? Once I made that decision, that's when everything became a lot more clear. The path became like open. There was no debris. There was nothing on the road blocking me. It was just A to B. I can see the end, and I can see the end already. Bright, vivid, pronounced, and all I had to do was walk the path, right? I decided to take that first step and take action in my dreams. Now, some of you guys might find it difficult to do so, but I want you to think about it as in, honestly, when you were a little kid, right? Everybody always got, we all got yelled at. We always did things that we weren't supposed to. When you were a little kid, did anything stop you from taking action? No, right? Whatever you thought you did, right? You didn't know any better, right? It's only now as adults, right? Or as teenagers, whoever's watching this, but it's only now in our life that we have these little misunderstandings or perceptions of how things are supposed to be, that we just follow in suit and we don't think outside the box of what is possible, right? We go ahead and push our dreams to the side because it's not the usual thing we're used to. And that's not fair to you. That's not fair for anyone to think that way. I want you guys to be able to achieve your dreams and achieve your goals properly, right? Don't let the obstacles get in your way. The obstacles are there to make you stronger. Have you ever seen somebody jump over a wall when they're weak? No, right? If you were told, jump over this wall or you're going to die, what would your reaction be? You're going to keep trying to jump over that wall until you get it, right? And in the end, what's that going to make you be? Much stronger. Way stronger than you were before you started trying to jump over that wall. So don't think of an obstacle as something that you can't get through. An obstacle is something that you have to get over, under, around, that's going to teach you a different way to do things and make you stronger in the process of doing it, right? But it always comes back to the one most important thing. Why wait, right? Hungry? Why wait? If you have your dream already in mind, what are you waiting for to take action on that dream, right? Whether it's making more money, having more free time, going on vacation, having that freaking Bentley that you've always wanted, having that private jet, and I'm reaching out there, right? Those are extreme examples, but having that leather jacket, having those nice pair of shoes, having that job that you can be like, you know what, I have so much free time, and this job is so easy, and I'm helping so many people, that I can just do what I want to, when I want to, whenever I want to, right? You have that dream in mind. Why not take action? Right? What is keeping you from taking action? Really think about it. You can go back to that little example, that exercise that we just did when we closed our eyes. Why not? Why aren't you taking action? In actuality, that why not is freaking very, very tiny. Very, very tiny, where it's very unimportant. And you have to realize that mentally, that the obstacles that you are setting for yourself, and it's honestly for yourself, because I guarantee you, if you discussed your dreams and you discuss what's keeping from your dreams to anybody else, they will tell you, well, why don't you do this? Everybody else is going to have like a little process or a little answer to you. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? Or a suggestion. There we go. A suggestion for you to take action a different way, right? To see it a different way. And to them, the obstacle is small. It's only to you that the obstacle is humongous. Once you start to think about that, and once you realize that for yourself, that the obstacle is only as big as you make it, you're going to be set free. You're going to see your goals clear, and you're going to be able to achieve your dreams in a very, very quick pace. But it's up to you to take that action that you need to go ahead and achieve your dreams, go ahead and achieve your passion, right? Once you guys start opening your mind and stop thinking inside the box and start looking at the bigger picture of what you want to achieve, right? Going on vacation, how do you need to do that? Well, I need to have time and I need to have money. Okay. Well, how can you get more time and more money? Right? And people are automatically going to switch to, well, I'm going to have to work less hours at work, but then I'm going to lose some money. No. See, that's thinking inside the box. That's thinking right inside, dead center of the box, as a matter of fact, right? The deepest part of the box. Instead, you should think about it as, okay, I can go ahead, I have vacation time that I can take where I'm still getting paid vacation, right? I can take vacation time and take a vacation. Okay, that's one thing, that's time figured out. Now money, how can I earn more money? Well, I can stop going to the movies every weekend, right? I don't need to do that if I really want this vacation. I can take out at least one movie a month and save up that money. I can stop going to the club for like a weekend. I can stop buying these expensive shoes for 1 month. You see? That's thinking outside the box. taking away a little bit to get a lot, to achieve your dream, to achieve that bigger goal. Once you start thinking like that, everything becomes easier. The things that you want to achieve become reality, right? And you start achieving things that you didn't think you could achieve. And that's things that I've learned while I've been in this online business, right? And it's just opened my eyes. As personal development has opened my eyes and opened my mind to things that are possible and thinking of things not as they seem, but as how I want them to be. Once you start basically devoting yourself to choose your own fate, everything happens on your terms. And that's what I want you guys to get out of this, right? There's a time in our lives where we want to achieve something and it's not there like playing in front of us, and we get frustrated. We get frustrated with that mindset. We get frustrated with our obstacles, and we don't see the goal anymore. Matter of fact, we give up on our goals, and we give up on our dreams. I don't want that to stop you. I want you guys to be able to move forward and make a change and make a decision in your own life to break through that obstacle, to take on that wall at full speed, and if you can't get over it, by gosh, you're going to run through it. All right? I want you guys to make that decision right now, that no matter what you are thinking about, no matter what obstacle or negativity is in your head, I want you guys to go ahead and make it tiny, squash it, and say, I'm going to achieve my goal today. I'm going to make that action. I'm going to take that first step. I'm going to take action today to achieve my dreams. All right? With that in mind, I want you guys to know that I do love you guys, and I want you guys to achieve great things. And I'm not going to stop until people do, right? I'm going to be that person that helps to help guide people to making that big decision and making that big change in their lives. And I will, and I'm going to, right? Some of you guys want to know what I do, and some of you guys want to know how to do it yourselves, and that's fine and dandy. If you do want to know, you can go ahead and click on that banner right there. We're doing some big things to help people make their online business possible. And if you guys like what you saw, you guys like what you hear, whatever, go ahead and like down there, like it, comments, give me your comments, give me your feedback on what you thought of this video, say if it helped you out, if it enlightened you in some aspect, and if it helped you out at all, go ahead and put in that comments. It's going to help me a lot and help you a lot getting it out in the open and have somebody to talk to about it. So my name has been Gabriel Beltres once again, for those of you that don't know me, and I'll see you guys on the next webinar. Appreciate you.